Today we are looking at logarithms. So the first thing we need to consider is there any relationship between indices and logarithm? Okay, so we are looking at relationship between indices and logarithm. That's our start point. Okay, so this is just a way of explaining it. The logarithm of an ordinary number is the power to which a base must be raised to give that ordinary number. So let's write index form here. So if I have, for example, 16 is equal to 2 to the power of 4. 16 is equal to 2 to the power of 4. This means 2 is going to multiply itself 4 times to give you 16. So in this situation, 16 is the ordinary number, 2 is the base, and 4 is the power. 16 is the ordinary number, 2 is the base, and 4 is the power. This entire relationship is an index relationship. Okay? This entire relationship is an index relationship. Now, this index relationship can be converted to a logarithmic relationship or to a logarithm by following this statement. The logarithm of an ordinary number. Here, this is the ordinary number. So, logarithm of an ordinary number, which is the ordinary number here is 16, right? Is the power. So when they say something is, that means something is equal to. Something is equal to is the power. What is the power here? The power here is 4. The logarithm of an ordinary number is the power to which a base must be raised to give that ordinary number. So this is the base must be raised to that ordinary number, to that power, to give that ordinary number. So since this is the base in logarithmic form, it is written as a subscript here. So the logarithm of an ordinary number is the power to which a base must be raised to give that ordinary number. So this is that base raised to the power to give the ordinary number. So a number in index form can be converted to logarithmic form. Also, a number in logarithmic form can be converted to index form. So you can be given a question and you are told to convert a number in index form to logarithmic form, or you can be told to convert a number in logarithmic form to index form. So, but if you follow this statement, you'll be able to do that successfully. Once you locate the ordinary number, you locate the base of the index number, and you locate the power, you can easily convert from index form to logarithmic form, and from logarithmic form to index form. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to see how to convert from index form to logarithmic form, and then we are going to see how to convert from logarithmic form to index form. Okay, so let's continue. So if you have a number in the form a to the power of x is equal to n, this relationship is in the index form. In the logarithmic form, this is going to be log. This n that was on the right side will be here. A, which is the base, will remain a base in the logarithmic form, but now this will be equal to x. So the log of the ordinary number is the power to which the base must be raised to give the ordinary number. So let's look at an example. So we're expected to write the following in logarithmic form. So we have 10 to the power of 2 is equal to 100. 10 to the power of 2 is equal to 100. So number 1, number 2, number 3. The next one we have 3 to the power of 2 is equal to 27. We also have 25 to the power of, it's not really difficult, 3 over 2 is equal to 125. So all these values are in index form. So comparing this to this, A here is 10, X is 2, and N is 100. So we can simply say for this, we have log N 100 is equal to our value of A becomes the base is equal to 2. Log 100 base 10 is equal to 2. Log 100 base 10 is equal to 2. Looking at this one, we have log 27 base 3 is equal to 2. Sorry, this is supposed to be 3. Yeah, because 3 to the power of 3 is 27. Okay, so 3 to the power of 3 is 27. So log 27 base 3 is equal to 3. Okay, and then over here, we have log 125 base 25 is equal to 3 all over 2. Log 125 base 25 is equal to 3 all over 2. So we can see that when you are given a number in index form, you can convert it to logarithmic form. Also, if you are given a number in logarithmic form, you can convert it to index form. Okay, example 3, we have 25 to the power of 3 all over 2 is equal to 125. If you look over here, our n is 125. So here, this is where our n is, so log 125. A, which is our base, now is over here. So we have 25, this is base 25. Our x, which is 3 all over 2, becomes the answer over here, which is 3 all over 2. So as I said, you can convert numbers from index form to logarithmic form, which we have seen. Now we're going to see how to convert numbers from logarithmic form back to index form. Okay. Sometimes you might be told to convert a number in logarithmic form to index form. Or there are some situations where you are solving a number in indices and you get to a point where you cannot go further without converting it to logarithm. So the only way to get the answer is to convert it to logarithm. So that means if you don't know how to convert from index form to logarithmic form, you will be stuck. So we've seen how to convert from index form to logarithmic form. So let's see how to convert from logarithmic form to index form. So convert Okay, so let's convert these values into index form. They are all in logarithmic form, but they can be converted to index form. So let's look at that. So A, we have log 81 base 9 is equal to 2. Okay, so if we are moving back to index form, all we need to do is move this base across this way. So when this base comes this way, this base of 9 lifts this 2 from becoming the answer to becoming an exponent. So this 2 is no longer the answer. This 9 lifts it up from being a base value to becoming an exponent. So in index form, this is going to be 81 is equal to 9 to the power of 2. So this 9 move this way to lift these 2 up to become an index value. Yeah, someone is saying network. I hope the network allows us today. B, we have log 25 base 5 is equal to 2. So just as we did in the first one, this base of 5 comes over to the right and lifts these 2 up so that we are going to have 25 is equal to 5 to the power of 2. So we have been able to convert from logarithmic value to index value, from logarithmic value to index value. And let's look at the next one. C, we have log 1000 base 10 is equal to 3. Log 1000 base 10 is equal to 3. So this 10 at the base moves to the right, and this becomes 1000 is equal to 3 to the power of, 10 to the power of 3. 10 to the power of 3. Okay, so we have seen how to convert from a logarithmic form to an index form. From a logarithmic form, so we have seen how to convert from a logarithmic form to an index form. We have seen how to convert from an index form to a logarithmic form. But let's use this to solve simple equations. Okay, let's say you are given a logarithmic equation and you are expected to apply this knowledge that we have gotten here. Let's see how we can solve equation using it. Okay, when you are ready for us to continue, let me know. So example, solve the following. Um, Remember, we have learned indices before. So these questions will require us to also apply some laws of indices. Okay. B. And then C. Yeah, this is 0.5. So let's try out these questions. Let's try out these questions. Sorry, I'm trying to. Okay, can we continue? So let's look at the first one. A log 81 base 3 is equal to x. So in order to solve this question and find this value of x, what we need to do is convert this number, this arrangement in logarithm to indices. Remember I said sometimes you might be required to convert from logarithm to indices or from indices to logarithm. Okay? So for us to convert this base has to move this way. Correct? So that means log 81 base 3 is equal to x can be written as 81 is equal to 3 to the power of x. Do we all agree? Do we all agree? Please, let's take the likes to 5,000 likes. Do we all agree that this is equal to this from what we have learned today? Or we don't agree? Okay, good. So this is the same thing as this. Now we have 81 is equal to 3 to the power of x. The next thing we are going to do is, let's write 81 in index form. Let's convert 81 in index form. Let the base be 3. How many times will 3 multiply itself to give you 81? How many times will 3 multiply itself? Okay, someone say, please come again. I should repeat. So from what we've learned today, log 81 base 3 is equal to x. This 3 can move over here, lift this x up to become an exponent. So now this 81 is alone here. The logarithm is gone. So 81 is equal to 3 to the power of x. Correct? Correct? 3 to the power of 4. So 81 is the same thing as 3 to the power of 4 because 3 is going to multiply itself 4 times to give you 81. So we have 3 to the power of 4 is equal to 3 to the power of x. And from what we learned in our previous class in indices, when the bases are the same, you equate the exponents. That's what we learned before. When the bases are the same, we equate the exponents. So this means since these two bases are the same, we can simply say 4 is equal to x, or x is equal to 4. Correct. Well done, guys. So that means the value of x is equal to 4 for this particular question. So when we are learning mathematics, it is good to connect previous topics to the topic you're currently learning. So that's why I wanted us to learn logarithm just after indices. Okay? So now let's look at B. Let's look at B. Can I wipe this off or let me leave it? Let me leave it on the board for now. So B we have log 1 over 27 base 3 is equal to y. So just as we did over here, we move base 3 to the right. This becomes 1 over 27 is equal to 3 to the power of y. Okay, the video for indices can be gotten on my YouTube channel. When you get to my YouTube channel, you go to the playlist session. The playlist session, you will see different topics that you can learn. So what I'm trying to do now, I'm trying to phase out the previous topics. So if you go to the playlist session, just scroll down to indices, you see the lessons that we have learned. It's quite a long lesson, about more than 2 hours of learning. Okay, so you can just go learn it during your spare time. Also, this particular lesson will also be put there in the logarithm section of the playlist. Okay, so but from what we've now, let's continue. From what we've learned in indices, 1 over 27 is the same thing as 27 to the power of minus 1, right? Because a negative exponent means 1 over the base. From what we learned, a negative exponent means 1 over the base. So if you have 1 over 27, you can simply write it as 27 to the power of minus 1 is equal to 3 to the power of y. But also, 27 can be written as a power of 3 because 3 can multiply itself 3 times to give you 27. So we can write this as 3 to the power of minus 3 is equal to 3 to the power of y. C, we haven't done C yet. Okay, so since the bases are the same, just as we did in this other question, we equate the exponent. So y is equal to minus 3. That becomes the answer. Y is equal to minus 3. Okay, someone said I should repeat what I said. So we have, the question is log 1 over 27 base 3 is equal to y. The first thing we did was move this 3, which is a base, over to the right side. So we have 1 over 27 is equal to 3 to the power of y. This process eliminates this logarithm sign, okay? Because we have converted it from logarithm to indices or to index form. So we now have 1 over 27 is equal to 3 to the power of y. From what we learned in indices in our previous classes, when you have 1 over any number, if you want to write that in index form, it will be 27 or that number to the power of a negative exponent. A negative exponent means 1 over that base, okay? So we have 1 over 27 is equal to 27 to the power of minus 1. We also know that the right side is 3 to the power of y. But 27 is 3 times 3 times 3, which is 3 to the power of 3. So instead of writing 27, we're going to write 3 to the power of 3. However, there's a minus sign, so we put it here. Okay, we account for that minus sign. So we now have 3 to the power of minus 3 is equal to 3 to the power of y. So since the bases are the same, these two also have to be equal. So y is equal to minus 3. That is the answer. Okay. So we are going to look at C. Has anybody attempted C? Yeah, if you want to understand better, I might not be able, that's what we've learned before. If you want to understand it better, you just have to go to my YouTube channel, the indices playlist, go to the playlist and check the indices session. When you go to the playlist, scroll down to indices. Then you will see that you see all that we've learned on indices. So the question you're asking is what we have already learned in indices. So let's look at C. Has anybody attempted C? Who has gotten an answer to C? Okay, let's look at C together. So C, we have 0.5. So we move this 0.5 to the right. We're going to have 32 is equal to 0.5 to the power of x. But we know that 0.5 is the same thing as 1 over 2. 0.5 is a decimal, 1 over 2 is a fraction. So 0.5 is the same thing as 1 all over 2. So we have 32 is equal to 1 over 2 to the power of x. Yeah, someone is saying, I can't see you, sir. Where? Can you see my hand? At least you can see my hand. The position of my camera, the position of my camera it might be difficult for you to capture the board and also capture me. Okay. So Just as we did here, 1 all over 27, we wrote it as 27 to the power of minus 1. The same thing here, 1 over 2 is 2 to the power of minus 1. Right? So 32 is equal to 2 to the power of minus 1x. So this and this are the same. 1 over 2 is the same thing as 2 to the power of minus 1. Yeah, I think that's okay. You can't even see the board. I think that should be your network. Can other people see the board? Can other people see the board? I think she has been complaining about her network for some time now. I think, okay, other persons can see the board. So now we have 2 to the power of minus 1. So instead of 1 over 2, we now have 2 to the power of minus 1. Minus 1 times x is going to give you minus x. So 32 is equal to 2 to the power of minus x. So the next thing we can look at now, since we have a base of 2 here, can we convert 32 to become a base of 2? How many times will 2 multiply itself to give you 32? How many times will 2 multiply itself to give you 32? Two to the power of 5. So 32 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 5. So instead of having 32, we have 2 to the power of 5 is equal to 2 to the power of minus x. So we have also gotten to the point where the bases are the same, therefore we equate the exponents. So 5 is equal to minus x. 5 is equal to minus x. So we divide, here is positive 5, right? When the sign is not there, that shows that the sign there is positive. So if we divide both sides by minus, minus divided by minus will give us plus, so we have x is equal to plus divided by minus will give us minus, so we have minus 5. Thank you so much for the gift. So we have my x is equal to minus 5. Okay, let's try one more time. So we have 32 is equal to 0.5. We started from here actually. So when we move 0.5 this way, we now have 32 is equal to 0.5 to the power of x. But 0.5 is in decimal form. The equivalent in fraction, 0.5, if you convert it to fraction, it will give you 1 over 2. Okay, I'm not cleaning yet. 0.5 is the same thing as 1 over 2. So we converted from decimal form to fraction. So now we have 32 is equal to 1 over 2 to the power of x. But from what we've learned earlier in indices, 1 over any number is the same thing as that number to the power of minus 1. So this and this, they are the same. So we now have 32 is equal to 2 to the power of minus 1 times x. Minus 1 times x gave us minus x. We have 32 is equal to 2 to the power of minus x. So we now converted 32 to an index form. And to get 32, we need to multiply 2 5 times. So 32 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 5. Next, we have 32 to the power of 5 is equal to 2 to the power of minus x. So we've learned earlier that when the bases are the same, when we learned indices, when the bases are the same, you equate the exponent. So plus 5 is equal to minus x. So we divide both sides by minus, and then minus will cancel out minus, we have x is equal to plus divided by minus will give you minus 5. Okay, we have one topic each week. So today we've looked at an introduction to logarithm. We've looked at how to convert from index form to logarithmic form. We've also looked at how to convert from logarithmic form to index form. So in our next class, which is on Friday, we're going to consider the different laws of laws of logarithm, right? And then we'll conclude that on Saturday. Next week, we are going to start up a new topic. Okay. So, but the topic will be determined by those in my WhatsApp group. Okay. If you are not part of the WhatsApp group, then you cannot determine what topic we are going to learn. So every Monday we are going to decide, or the students will decide by voting which topic they want to learn. So the topic with the highest amount of votes will be the one we learn if it has not been taught before. But if it has been taught before, we only refer those that want to learn it to my YouTube channel so they can go watch it, because every of the videos I make, or every of the live session, the replay is on my YouTube channel. Okay? Yeah, you can get my number by sending me a DM. I can't write my number here. You can get my number by sending me a DM. Okay? Or you go to the link on my bio. There are different options. There's an option to follow me on Facebook. I'll be glad if you guys follow me on Facebook. Please follow me on Facebook. Uh, that will be that Facebook is my personal Facebook, where my personal life actually. So you can follow me personally on Facebook. Then also there's an option to join my WhatsApp group, my free WhatsApp group. So you can click on that option if you want to join my free WhatsApp group. Also, if you want me to tutor your children, okay, that's a paid service actually. If you're a parent and you want me to tutor your children, you can also contact me through the link on my bio. Click the link that says one-on-one tutoring. Okay, you can click on that link if you want me to tutor your children. But if you are not a parent, you are not expected to click that link, because I only discuss business with parents. Okay. Yeah, once you click the link on my bio and you see the option to follow me on Facebook, it will just take you straight to my Facebook page or my Facebook account. Yeah, someone say, how do I get 1 over 2? Okay, 0.5 is decimal. We converted from decimal to fraction, 0.5. If you want to convert the decimal to fraction, we move the decimal point to the end. So we moved the decimal point to the end. Now we have 5. But since we moved the decimal point one time, we are going to divide by 10. So now we have 5 over 10. 5 over 10, if you divide both sides by 5, you're going to have 1 over 2. So that's how we got 1 over 2. 0.5 as 1 over 2. We've cleaned that point, but 32 is 2 multiplied by 2, 4. 4 multiplied by 2, 8. 8 multiplied by 2, 16. 16 multiplied by 2, 32. So 2 is multiplying itself 5 times. So the power tells you how many times 2 is multiplying itself. You can learn that by going to watch my YouTube playlist on indices. Okay. My class is always 1 hour and the time is up. And I've even cleaned some parts, but you can watch the YouTube video as many times as you can, or as many times as you want. Okay. So please support my platform by watching my videos on YouTube, especially the ones that you miss. Okay, so if you miss any live class, remember I come live on Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays. So if you miss any of those live classes, I always upload the replay of that live class on my YouTube channel. Okay, so though I cut off some, what time on Friday? The time is 8 p.m. on Wednesdays and 8 p.m. on Friday. Let me tell you the time now. The time right now in Nigeria is 2 minutes to 9. So you can compare it to what time you have over there where you are. Yeah, for now, because of my tight schedule, I'm trying to just have a 1 hour class. And also, if I make it too long, students that are watching it on YouTube might be scared to watch a a very long video. Good. So you guys are 21:58. You guys are 1 hour ahead of us. So if my 8 p.m. is your 9 p.m., so you can just do the calculation. I know some persons might want the class to be longer, but if we make the class longer and we upload that kind of video on YouTube, some students might be scared to watch a 1 hour 30 minutes video or a 2 hours video. It might be scary. So, but if we do 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, for now, when the students get used to it, then we can move to 1 hour 30 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay. Okay. So please follow me on Facebook. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Agbanimas Academy on YouTube. Please subscribe and also watch the videos. Share with your friends. If you have any friend that is in need of this, you can also share. Yeah, the class is finished for today. You want more? Before I post the video, I'm going to write some questions as an assignment that will be at the end of the YouTube video. So there will be questions at the end of the YouTube. By the time I post it on YouTube, there will be questions at the end. I should have written it down here, but I forgot to write it down. So usually I normally write assignment at the end of the video of the live class, but today I did not get questions for assignment. Okay. Okay, so you guys should have a wonderful evening. We'll see you on Friday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Have a wonderful day. Adios.